Hello everyone! We are going to cover one-on-one comprehensive case study today. Do you know what one-on-one is? We've been talking about one-on-one a lot. However, some people understand one-on-one really well, or some people do not. So let's check the definition of one-on-one. It's actually a one-on-one, one person facing another person meeting about a half an hour or 1 hour where leader engages with a member the conversation through listening, questioning, and feedback to support their growth. Having frequent meeting between the member and leader is the most important thing, because if you don't see them a lot, it's really difficult to have a deep conversation. So having a frequent one-on-one, you can build the trust and support the members' self-motivation. Also, by having this one-on-one, you'll be able to strengthen your own leadership and give them the capacity building. Also, most importantly, you're creating a great cycle of individuals' growth and lead to organizational growth for the higher performance. So the goal of one-on-one is an essential core activity and task for leaders to ensure healthy growth for both individuals and organization to create a great performance. Having the right mindset for one-on-one is important. The most important person for one-on-one is you and the member. However, what you have to prepare is your own mindset, that you are excited and ready and have actually great feeling to meet the member. And you need to ensure that member is really respected and focusing on the members' trust, respect, and having the curiosity of them. So you have to shift your perspective from yourself to the members' perspective and how they see the world. What is going well? What are the most difficult things? And what is it they truly want today? And how can I help? Will be the great mindset to start with. One-on-one's goal is to have a better performance for the organization. Then in order to get there, you need to see where you start. So current level awareness and having the conversation, where they are, where they want to go, and how you see it as a leader is really important. So the topic alignment and having the awareness of the current situation is the great beginning. Think about it as the road, destination you want to go. And where you need to know where you're at the map with the member and how you're going to go if you want to go left or right by asking the right question, giving the positive feedback so they can find their own solution. And leader can sometimes propose the solution or sometimes member can choose. But at the end, you are going towards your project goals, and in long term or short term, there is an alignment. So trying to have the motivation from yourself and for the member is important. So motivate yourself first and motivate the member by looking at where they are, how they want to go, and how you can help them and support them to grow. But there are some stages to support each different member. For the stage 1, it's unconscious incompetence level. It's a level 1, where they do not know much about specific task and have no ability to perform. What you need to do is to teach, not coaching. They teach them how to do and show them and how they can learn the basic things. Because even if they've been working for 5 to 10 years, if they move to different tasks or different team, they may not know. So in that way, you need to just tell them what to do exactly. But if they move to level 2, recognizing the necessity of the performing specific task, but lacks the perfect ability yet, then it's actually a little bit of cautious stage. You can teach them in detail and show them how to do it by demonstrating them. And give them a little more opportunities and watch them more carefully. It's called unconscious incompetencies level. But they move to level 3 by recognizing the necessity to perform task well and have ability to do it, but not yet proficient. Then it's called conscious competence. Then you can actually look at them, do it on their own, and just have the talk or the coaching session by help them discover the task and observe the situation and provide a little more guidance, trying to support them to find their own answer. You can do coaching from level 3. If they move to level 4, where unconscious competence, meaning they're doing a great job without really knowing. They can perform specific tasks skillfully without thinking about it, but they're doing a great job, then you can give them a chance to coach other people by assigning new tasks and delegate authority. So what you need to do is sometimes many people come to me and say, this member is not competent enough. I coach them a lot, but they're suffering. They're not doing good. Then they're in level 1 or 2. So you need to just teach them, okay? But if you work together for 6 months or 2 years, they're doing actually good job, then you can ask them and coach them and give positive feedbacks. So choose your perspective with different member, with different task. Grow conversation is goal, reality, option, and will. Remember? It's a conversation model that helps members to set their own goals independently and develop plans to achieve them on their own. So the goal setting stage is you asking them, what do you really want? Spend enough quality time discovering the goal. What you want, what the member want, need to be aligned. You need to have ample information about their situation and their motivation. So spend more time on goal. And once the goal is set, you can do the reality check to see where they are. And then they can actually choose the option selection for your strengthening their willingness. Make them wanting to achieve their goal. What do you want to do? How it will help you? So that's the last stage. If you remember this goal, reality, option, will conversation and follow it step by step during your one-on-one session, I assure you, you will have a great conversation that are more effective. There are some pre-checkpoints before you begin. First, get rid of all your concerns and emotions and think about or drop them. You need to comfort yourself, breathe in, breathe out, and try to reflect what are your worries and your emotional state is. If you realize where you are, you can prepare yourself to be better you and get ready for a great one-on-one session. You need to be excited about one-on-one. You need to feel you're being welcomed, they're being welcomed as well. Your facial expressions, your mindset, your health set, your soul set. Those 4 sets are very important. And once you're ready, you meet the member and see their emotions. And are they excited? Are they concerned? How can I channel my thoughts with them and try to consider one-on-one conversation? What are the things that I need to remember? Most importantly, you need to define your success. Sometimes what leader want and consider success and what member considers success are different. So you need to see what you want to achieve during this conversation. Is it understanding them, or is it having the trust building time, or is it really focusing on the task? You need to figure it out. What are the things that you really want to talk about, and try to align them with the leader and member. Let's look at two different case studies. For employee A is a senior position but lacking passion and sense of responsibility. And the second case is employee B, only sending raw data for monthly report materials. Let's look at the case study A. There's a member who lacks passion and sense of responsibility. Recent years, A's attitude was quite different from previously. Despite having many years of a great experience, however, these days, this person is leaving the work unfinished even if the work is really important. So the leader is actually quite frustrated by how to support this member well. So when you have the conversation with this person, the thing that you need to listen is to why they are doing this, but try not to talk about it first. Just asking them questions and listen to have more information of their motivation and life status. You need to see why their energy is being drained and really listening the background story. Is this person really sick, or is this parents just having a problem, or is it from certain things at the workplace? So you can see and try to welcome their thoughts and their emotions as well, and try to have a long-term experience by supporting them and giving them the expectation that you are expecting the better performance for them, and you actually look and trust that they're going to do better. Effective questions are really important. You can ask them to spark their energy again by telling them you're doing actually great at this. What are the most interesting things that motivate you at the workplace? And people are saying these good things about you. And what are the things that you want to concentrate? However, what are the things that are giving you a difficult time? Or what kind of feedback that they've been receiving more? What are the positive things that they received? Or what are the constructive things that they received? So if you hear more conversation, and if you hear more information about their current status and why they're not prioritizing the things, then you may have some things to say. You can directly to tell them. However, when you give feedback, you really need to acknowledge their experience and the gaps and the changes between before and now. And try to understand them first and think about their practical solutions together, how you want to support them and perform together. And propose some actionable improvement that can be actually start in a very small scale. Please not to show negative comparisons or mocking them or forcing them. So please try to support them and actually spend some more time to talk to them by showing your support and really consideration. Just being with them and have a conversation and showing that you expect a lot from them will give them more happiness and safety net to talk and actually change. Remember the GROW model? Please use GROW model, what they want to talk about, and welcome their thoughts and actually support them and assure that they can do better. So the conversation will be different every day, but remember what they said and write it down and check it for the next time you talk to them. Everyone wants to succeed one-on-one. However, there is a failure process that's guaranteed. Focusing only on how to improve without understanding why things decline, or speaking only from your own perspective and keeping the conversation only purely task-driven, or give feedback without recognizing their efforts, or failing to follow up after the meeting. What you have to do is totally opposite, and we talk about it a lot. So please, if you unintendedly have shown even one of those things, please stop. And you can change yourself or changing your conversation for better one-on-one. Let's look at the case study B, who sends only raw data for monthly report. This is a real case of Hyundai Movies that we actually heard. So if there is this person who is responsible for preparing monthly report, but only showing the raw data, you need to give them their direction. Actually, it's a case for teaching, not coaching. You need to tell them what to do, show the best sample, and tell them this is how it's being done. And explain clearly about the purpose of the task and specify the essential element must be included for the key summary, main analysis points, and the raw data that has to be in order. So remember the steps. This is the step where you need to just give them the sample and teach them. You can be a little more strict, but they need to have the right time to learn. So try not to coach them in this stage. Just give them instruction and show how to do for yourself and also for them as well. Once their standard is getting better, once they do hand in the right data, then you can actually coach them for the next phase. However, if they keep making the same mistake, you need to really tell them this is wrong and this is not the right way to work. So remember different level of the conversation. If the level 1 or 2 is there for the cases, give them time to grow by teaching them and show them. It's not a time for coaching, it's a time for teaching. Creating your own one-on-one conversation preparation sheet is really good for you to have your own thoughts. And actually, it's better for you to take care of yourself as well. You are the one who can take care of your own thoughts and emotions and your souls. So please put down the name of the person you want to have a conversation and what are the goal, or what are the expectation, and what are the small topic that you want to talk today. Do not think about the big topic, but a small topic that you can solve and prepare and create role model using your own thoughts, or you can get a support from AI to write down the best questions. And what you need to do is remember. You cannot read it and then talk to them. Remember the most important questions and feedbacks and prepare the conversation in front of the mirror. Try to smile, try to comfort them, try to check what this type of they are, and what are your expected outcome of today's conversation would be a really great way to prepare for the best one-on-one conversation. For Hyundai Mobi's leaders and members, you've been done great job. Please give a big hand to your own self. Now you have covered and learned what coaching is and how to have a great listening and feedback and have a one-on-one conversation with the Grow model and also considering the different type of disc. So now you know and you're confident about the conversation, right? I hope you're ready. And always remember that you are the one who is doing a great job and you can do it. And just having one-on-one conversation opportunity will also give your member a positive feeling. So even if you don't remember everything, if you see and show your real consideration and your authenticity, they'll be very happy to meet you. But if you prepare better by remembering the knowledge about the coaching, ABC, and the conversation, and if you do better and more, you will have a mature and effective and meaningful conversation with your member. Thank you very much for your attention and your sincerity. And I really appreciate it. And I really have a high expectation for you. Go Hyundai Mobis. Thank you.